na hemi ibulu wake fulana tabanuno mekuna kombato eni to se no bodanio eni no se bu potento escota tabanuno eni to se no bodanio eni no bodanio epo to the pana banio Shipu na bakwana banyo Oye dipana la banyo Maya kudi na banyo Iye nine dima Odi kwana la banyo Nataba nono Kanyi doze no Umi bukomba Kanyi doze no Wati ye wata Weni akaini Akafuwa yufu Owetu akao Jehovah Yeso kusenu Israel Nakaperu Ile Nasara yokeru radio Balie Nasara yokeru radio Ile Nasara yokeru radio Biafra bukanyo Obama Biafra bukanyo Alachukutere Kanu Zobu
This is a story from the Guardian newspaper, something that's very interesting because I know that at least 80 something that's very interesting because I know that are Biafrans. I want you to listen to this very authority. It says the Federal Housing Authority, FHA, has disclosed a plan to demolish 677 houses, while 744 others will be partially demolished over infringement by a developer in Phase 2, Festac Town, Amowo Otofe area of Lagos State. Go and check that. Amowo Otofe is a place that I know. I don't know the place very well, and I know that mostly Biafrans, that's their new movement. That's where they Amowo Otofe, that's where most of them are. It is coming to you. Let me read this out. This story is very interesting. Not interesting because if there's anything, I'm just warning to our people, the Biafrans, because we know that you are the ones. Amowo Otofe is your area, your neighborhood. Everything they're going to do there just to harm you, and they will keep on doing that, and there is nothing any of you can do about it. You have a lawless country. You have a government that is not lawful, people that don't keep to their own rules and their own laws. So what do you expect? It's anarchy. That's what they keep on doing, and they keep on destroying you. They will do it until anyway. So let me read this. It says Federal Housing Authority Southwest Zonal Manager Mr. Akintola Olagbemiro disclosed this during a visit to the affected areas to access level of disregard to building codes and the environment. According to Olagbemiro, despite letters and stakeholders meetings, the developers have continued to build on the swampy land without meeting the requirements. He said, after so many years of trying to get into the property belonging to Federal Housing Authority, which we labeled as Festac Phase 2, there has been encroachment and illegal development and installing the place into a slum. We are trying to see how best we can resolve it and make people live in a more serene environment. Unfortunately, there have been cases of illegal developers and land grabbers. And then they have Biafrans. let's tell ourselves the damn truth. Go in. When they show you a swamp, develop it. Build on it. How many times have they moved your business places? Because they start by giving you a swamp. You spend all your money, bury the creek, bury the rock on the ground and everything, and eventually they get you out. Who sells the swamp? without developing them. If you develop the swamp and they sell it to you as a piece of property, piece of land, it's okay. But they point to the swamp and let you do the development yourself. When you finish building, you shake all your sin and an because you are in a slum. And you are not even sure. The moment they look at that area and they think that there's money to be made there, they kick you out without warning. They put their bulldozers there and do what they have to do. He said after so many years of trying to get into the property belonging to Federal Housing Authority, which we label First Act 2, there has been encroachment and illegal development and is turning the place into a slum. We are trying to see how best we can resolve it and make people live in a more serene environment. Yeah, right. Unfortunately, there have been cases of illegal developers and land grabbers. Deputy General Manager, Federal Housing Authority, Urban and Regional Planning, Southwest, Francisca Michael James, said, "We have given the residents several notices, but to our surprise, works are still going on without regard to the law. Now we have the permission of our management and we will ask for security backup and start enforcement. We will start removing structures from the roads and those on pipelines setbacks. We will also remove the buildings constructed after the stakeholders meetings where we agreed that everyone should wait until we are done with our assessment. But some of them continue to build and concluded that we will regularize, but regularization is not automatic. Now, the orders that did not meet regulations will have to go." Speaking on punishment for contravenance or what, she said, "In the law, if we demolish, we are supposed to penalize the owner of the building and charge for the fees for the costs of carrying out the operation. Assuming any of the buildings collapse, the landlord will be charged for manslaughter, but the first point to call will be pointing accusing fingers at the agency. So as to avoid that, that's why we want to carry out the enforcement. The enforcement will be done soon." I hope you guys are listening. Biafrans are listening because it's coming to you. That's your area, that's your locality. Most of you, that's where you live. The first thing we are doing is to clear the route. Some of the buildings will be partially demolished for right of way. 677 houses will be demolished, and 744 will be demolished partially. 677, I assure you, 600 of those houses are owned by Biafrans. Let's say 77 cases to everybody else. This is a guaranteed talk. You are seeing it, it's not never going to end. They're never going to leave you alone until you realize that Biafra is your home and not anywhere else. There is no way you are going to run away from this. There's nothing that will save you from this, because that's what you have chosen for yourself. Come together. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had made it very, very clear to us that we should all rally around this man that has want to bring sanity to what is happening to us. But we have chosen to do what we think we know better. We are still watching. We are Biafrans and we are not going to give up. There's no giving up in what we are in our quest. Anybody who thinks that we are going to give up is hallucinating, because it's not going to happen. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. The lines are still open for you. Call us.
Ebe
Anyị enweghị ọnụ ọzọ ebe anyị nwere Nnamdi Kanu. Anyị nwere ebe nwere ebe nụ n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Anyị nwere ebe nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Chineke nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Ọbara Jundo nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Asabina nwanyị nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Eliko nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Olive nwa nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Anyị nwere ebe nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Ọmọ mbara nwere ebe n'ihi na enwere Nnamdi Kanu. Ebe steeti nwere ebe ije were na-agaba n'ụzọ a ga-atụ anyị. IPOB gbawala otu a onye ndụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, anyị na-ekele gị. Ije ọ gbara Jundo di ya, ọ bịakwana ọzọ were agaba. Ije olue
You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this Radio Biafra.
This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi. We're still here taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. Call us. The lines are still very much open for you, and we'll take more calls anytime you're ready. Just give us a call.
Mazi Maravitumachuku, fearless IPOB evangelist. Ndiabo is in Aniri is a local government in the River province, Biafra land. I am a humble broadcaster under IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, and he is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained. Right? Only man on illegal detention. Because court are happy there, if we are happy, I continue go to here. So I am happy. This place, will be shike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Debate our struggle Buru mana agala debate I can just keep where there. Agala debate here now. Because the enemy cannot be put here on their own convenient time. Joyous here, everybody will try, equal Simba. Right? Yes. I don't know what the Biafra now, but I am free Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, because also flag okaiji. I enjoy ọtụtụ akụ na-agbakwa na-akụ maka na ọgwụ a buru ibu. So ndewo even though I say me I will never get tired, because now before we keep good thing for our children, okay, fine. We talk about our fathers that discovered fruit for us. So man of this each of time in that because in the area nwere ike ndị ọzọ anaghị eri ya, and ndị mmadụ chọpụtara ya. ọ mmadụ chọpụtara ụkazi ọ bụ eziokwu mmadụ chọpụtara nchụanwụ mmadụ chọpụtara na a ga-afụ odugbo afọ and mmadụ chọpụtara vileji anyị ndị ahụ chụọ wild animals sụọ ọhịa kwatuo osisi sụọrọ anyị ụzọ ịma na ọ dịghị izi Chineke bịara kwatuo isi ndị ahụ Chineke chụrụ wild animals ndị ahụ amen ọ hịara ha ọrụ today that's ebe ahụ my village ebe ahụ my village ebe ahụ my village ebe ahụ ala anyị ebe ahụ nke anyị onye ahụ nwanne m onye a nri anyị na-eri ya anyị ji ihe abụọ nka anyị ji ihe abụọ nka matakwa na before atesticha nri gwa gị na nke awụ ede ndị mmụọ na nke awụ ero ndị mmụọ na mmadụ erigo ya kwenu mmadụ riri ya na aịda na ọ tara ya afọ ọ na o gburu ya nwanne ya mata na nke a adịghị mma akpọ ya nke ndị mmụọ so that the children agaghị erikwa ya the future generation agaghị eri ya right that is ihe a sacrifices ndị anyị na-eri mbọ ndị mmadụ gbara agba sacrifices mmadụ ịchọpụta na ogiri ga-ere ure na-esi isi bifo were echie nri ịmana ihe a wee force of men and women ọnya nwa ka anyị na-agbakwa mbọ taa ọnya ka anyị na-agba mbọ taa because na the Biafra anyị na-adọwụ our right our right anyị anaghị eme ihe na-ezighị ezi that is why only IPOB may demand for justice. Ọ bụrụ na anyị na-akpa arụ anyị need demand for justice. Okay? If we are going to it wrong or going wrong way or we are demanding for something that is now nke anyị organize demand for justice. Have Nigeria demanded for justice before? All need demand for justice. And this pattern of IPOB nke anyị ji chere Nigeria n'okwu because na onweghị mgbe Ojukwu plan for war. Onwekwanụ mgbe ọ plan for Biafra. They went to Ghana. They discussed Nigeria. Nigeria ka discuss. Abụrụ accord agreement Nigeria ka discuss. But at the time say here, ya bụ say that na the Nigeria that was discussed nyere anyị security. O nyere anyị security. Because all not can restructuring now, but only line security. Ojukwu as the governor of the East, they make sure that anyone will secure. And then the colonial masters, they are against our security because you own the resources. So even resources, your land are they under siege. It can under attention. Haga like it relax there because it relax there. A chop by him on a big. So now, how is it really so good? It is the because government may you give me war, may you didn't do in a chain book. You make it here your resources. And then the resources, their land gone under siege. And for even allow our own security, which is to say, how we will our resources gain answers. And what the conclusion of Arab Wilson? Because Ojukwu continue here again and the reason why Haji created Nigeria is because of our land. And when any other game and away from the other side. Now, if we now have almost any of the origin of both Yoruba and with their own, but that our own can carry more interest there because all our land will be Nigeria. That's why they concluded that now I because now we have discussed our if they don't value us as Nigerians, they want us to be Nigerian, they will fight the army, right? Though they brought war here, our fathers say defend was their land. All defense Kahano. Defensive war. We did not go to the north to that war. How we trouble here? Kedinhaji will talk. So that the people cannot bring down the Aguri Accord agreement, they live away and Macaroni Liana walk Gaturi Sojani. That is why if the British wanted us to go to the court with Nigeria, they would have arrested Ojukwu or Ndimte. ndị amị ya. But ihe ji bịa ọgụ ihe wụdat na ha achọghị ihe ọbụla ga-eme anyị na-enwe ebe a na-ete ite awa mata before any international body. Achọghị ka ete ite awa mata, achọrọ a na-egbu anyị ihe ka ha na-atụ asị. They were lying, si na anyị were rebel, na anyị dị after oil, we are after resources, and the world a na-like ụdị ihe ahụ. Right? They now turned against us. A blackmail, and that's why we suffered it. Now, what they committed here is genocide. Why? War is confront the army, defeat the army, then take control of the masses. But this one is they dodge the army, they go to IDP camp, bomb it, bomb markets, bomb schools, bomb. That is genocide. That is to say, you are not even interested in the citizen, you are interested in their resources. Because war will defeat the army, then the masses, civilians who's ordinary, you can control them because you have the gun. If you can defeat the army, who is the civilian? Who are the civilians? But they ended up killing, or that is to say, actually we're finding out where they were online. Then I'm a member of the foundation. I'm a member of the touch at this very site. Because now we must know the reason why IPOB come with self-determination. I had to bear with self-determination. I had to deal with the war. We didn't come with the war because our fathers have been blackmailed, and with that image, now with that very image of blackmail, they will rebel. You cannot go and demand for Biafra. Your face are they brighter. It isn't presentable to the world. Do you understand? But our fathers, I will prove really that you have the right. I will prove really how we rebels. How do you do it? You will come with self-determination within IPOB. Area with they will give us another allegation. You cannot escape it. But area with self-determination, they will be provoked to come and kill you. Even when you endure it, because you will be right for self-defense. When you go in a protest, right? Now, self-defense is in line with self-determination. But in the name of self-defense, so civilians, not army. That is why we don't launch army. That is why even Nigerian or civilians, if you have army, you don't have right to complain. You are hearing of them? Yes. I declare a Biafra army. You don't have right to complain now because your army can do it. I now report to the world that the Nigerian army and the police are killing innocent Biafrans because I agree. If nobody is right, they complain. Now, had we declare ESN as Biafra army, we will not complain. In God is the word is to be carrying out your news. But now, because now you use your brain, I now fight under self-determination and then he will write for self-defense because he now cross main road now motor carry jam. He got work coordinator drawer before. Okay. We got dodge. I cannot for self-defense. Man, self-defense in the matter. It's not be able to manage. Right? You just make a sample. No natural law. The way you need to defense. The way you need to in against the matter. I'm not an excuse. I don't have an excuse to save life na your position or escape from trouble. I don't have an excuse. Hence, all you need to happen in banks. But IPOB is a peaceful organization. Now, war no can be struggle. That is the Biafra struggle. War so clear. But in self-determination, in the nature any question, open IPOB the message. All the hardest way is you don't want, but all the best way is to free your people, right? Like an armed struggle, you can fail. Then, opening an idea with the armed struggle without eager and peaceful conduct, in a protest, that is, I am happy to retaliate. Then we complain, we report to the world. We are now report to that now. In our fathers and defended our people. Now more than. Do you understand? That is to say, you need to prove your father's rights by egosi the world in a man back or 2015. That is the strategy of the British to force you into war, then to rush and blackmail you. You are gone. How can you discuss what pretend not there? Any place I get discuss anything that walk on what hand on there. The Biafra are really the same with other countries. The record say if you fight for Biafra the way others fight, you fail. Do you understand? Because now enemy saying can go and our resources can survive. Then he gave one self-determination. He gave Biafra, Nigeria, because our fathers are God to defend the map, flag, right? And line. Now our duty now is to restore it because we may exist 3 years. Now before you guys do say Biafra, John about the word Maka Biafra, he create awareness. He create awareness, you provoke Nigeria because he may move Biafra. How does he move? If you go see the world. Upon that as you know a word. You have a talk I have in a community where the people to frustrate the people to reject Biafra. That's a very simple strategy. IPOB retaliate, I have to bomb and there. Maybe the people they say have to Biafra. And you'll be weak. They got be weak, you are not there. Now, with that image in our father will rebel, he got a international body that present Biafra. So you will come with self-determination, then when Nigeria will now come to you, they will come after you. You will now report to the world. The world they will say focus. Nigeria will keep coming. In our report here, in a create awareness. Can you be now publish here? Can you clean the faces of our fathers? All you will pretend you will China. We didn't fall into that trap. Hashtag IPOB terrorists. They might not pretend by Nigeria tag terrorists. Yes, sir. Terrorists are rebel. The same thing actually want to fall. I want to now fall into it. That is okay. Grant their leader bail after court to discharge there because Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court discharged Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally December 2015. Then people are happy. Because I'm not called victory. I'm happy they are discharged unconditionally. People are happy. I won't talk I am disobedient to court order. Because all the only strategy, the only weapon Nigeria will use maybe not self-determination. Over in armed struggle, I don't have any day your leader. You are not there. And you don't do have a way born. Or Paguma got a born or that is 2 years. I want to tell you my armed struggle and I got caught. He got to be director or plan or that break it. Open line on armed struggle, I got caught for free IPOB members. You will be going to detention facilities to break it. I know I'm a bandra. I know it's Koran. I got na Catholic guy going to talk there. Ma over there, guy near Father Yago one or two Sunday. We talk about the armed struggle and self-determination. We couple and a bandra. And not only miss it too. You can't miss it. Right? You can just separate you. You can do why or not. Because now, no, the Kevan and Melon account or go no Loralo. Right? Makanya have this work for years now. And I got in through every account. And our people are watching all over the world. They know who can don't worry, back again celebrate and now can have your women by the protest. That time I got a young time of awareness. When they can expect to the young Gala. Now stage by stage. Yeah, you think one nine Nabataria. Then Obrina now can use it. Monday Burebu, Mangini, what I feel is Yaga. Because the director, I move away from here. on the road that you know, one and one, go, our leader will be free, and they go in. Direct out of our here. A bike a cop, make direct baggage like a deputy. A bike or Kada Madoko, direct AC or Kada. A bike motor, only a royal woman or Biafra, but I'm not the auto. Yeah, they're happy. Yeah, wait. It is evil. We condemn it. All kind of analysis. You can never be victim. I know about my own victim. I know about what I read to agency. I have done all here. I know one victim. You man of government project using what you love to destroy you. All business you like. You love Biafra. You love Nnamdi. They use it against you with your love, with your everything. Use all your emotion. Because you may be Pabumba. You so you may be my name. It is fire. Without Margareta for the challenge, I have a maybe today. I ain't Gareta. They don't even legitimate power to ask for free Nnamdi apart from IPOB. They don't know Biafra people the right to demand for free Nnamdi. Only IPOB have the right. Do you know the reason? Now, Nnamdi is no holding Nigerian passports. Right? Yes. There is no Biafra nation restored now. That is to say, Nnamdi is not possessing any Biafran documents, passport or anything. Okay? Yes. He's only operating with the British passport. That is to say, automatically he's a British, but born a Biafra. But legitimately, they were British. Right? That ever come here. Now, there is no government of Biafra that will go for him. They gather for him IPOB, the organization he leads. Now, every other Biafran people love Kanu who support IPOB. You cannot jump IPOB to go and demand for their leader. Only Dugage who will lead you. He does not lead Biafra people. He leads IPOB. From the head. Director, akwai mana ne edu Biafra people. Ima I separate ya na enye ndị mmadụ nsogbu. Onye ha ko nji confuse oge. Nnamdi Kanu leads IPOB, not Biafra people. IPOB is an organization, but only of na Biafra land IPOB, right? Now, go to the man and the hope was a democrat. Of how IPOB by that. Nnamdi Kanu they do. IPOB. Yes. Now, all I mean IPOB now, IPOB heavily led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All organizations, they are agitating to restore Biafra. So every other people are sympathizers of IPOB. Their leader H. Ojukwu is the only Biafra leader. Makono under a nation, a Biafra republic, 3 years. He went to be Biafra leader again. Was Rikawo Biafra leader, or sub leader. Benjamin Owukawo Biafra leader, all these ZDM leader, Biafran Zionist movement leader, Nnamdi Kanu Biafra leader, all IPOB leader. You must lead a group or a movement to demand for the freedom of your people to restore that very nation. IPOB is starting to restore Biafra. So he's not leading Biafra people, right? Now, legitimately, they confront all Nigeria and the British citizens house IPOB. Now, every other Biafra people will channel their strength towards IPOB. Do you know the reason? Nnamdi Kanu will return IPOB the type of freedom he needs, and IPOB will tell other people that are supporting him. You cannot tell Nnamdi Kanu the type of freedom he needs. You cannot abandon him and demand for his freedom. He will direct you. If you go the wrong way, you are going to with the freedom of culture. Do you understand? He has self-determination. He has control. That's why we secure 2 times visit of Nnamdi Kanu. Then we will be deciding in his absence. We will plan in his absence. We will invent it there in his absence. We will right? Because you know armed struggle. Potentially free criminals. But when we got that way called Bande Gangia, Yagame, come out the hand station on a mobile on hatch or Bakaya, Can I make legitimate something? So they will not demand for court. They are not legitimately operating. How criminals? But we are legitimately agitating. That's thank you. Thank you from our homeland radio Biafra here. We are live. Share it very, very wide. IPOB outdoor awareness campaign on free Nnamdi Kanu here in Biafra land. By me, myself, fearless IPOB evangelist. Thank you. Here in Biafra land. Thank you. IPOB has a married within 2 days. So for 2 days. Right? Then the 20 pounds can survive. They will tell in number no one in the man. The man I got in Dumba, Nigeria, Nigeria, and population. But I have already on the north. Do you understand? Very simple mathematics is a waiting figure. You need to draw a census. Draw how go to Yoruba land be mad. Go to Allah, not to Naila December. The matter to right? Just few of us who happy with the Hala, they had them, the human being. Applying can I go to census in Lagos. Oh, yeah, but I pay the shift to census. I go Hanaga, because Nandi came to Lagos, I get Timo to Hala, the Kaimandi will go to Lagos. Nandi will go outside a lot of work, how to shift to it. We know the game. Why is it now? We have to say, the mother have to do a lot of hackers to put a deal, man, lot of to notice the crime population. Why do you want to why do Mananga? Why Nazuka? I am in a master I am in Rogan, I am in the no, it is now a bit how much at it. The not be non canon or not, so we travel behind them. Do you understand? So, all of this our achievement to actually there may be. But we don't cross them. So we continue. Now, Nnamdi Kanu leads IPOB. And IPOB is under his command. And he laid a structure. Meaning that this is freedom fighting. They will engage the age. Oh, but the director of Nnamdi Kanye Bana, their father, Senaga, one day, Hana Banozo. Somebody will phone him one of the engineers here. If you had to go down to the relay station, yes, I'm a child. Must I know? Right? Also, and car will go with the way. Then we get to them, no water is a canal, no punding to ma. Whatever they can reach now, my day, Macanaga Mago here. Don't tell me. Right? Oh, this other I will. We did direct I will. We don't need oh, but I got a radio somewhere. How can you go get a direct photo for a corridor vanity? Kona Gaga, never. I am a good the name will be what you are mother tono, Nala Biafra, who Biafra. I was saying how they do Biafra. We want to go back to Biafra, the flag in Biafra, the day aka, we have to say never also. Give me the government in exile. Imam I got to go son of the only no comfortable in a lot of game that I say none of the government in exile. I don't know about it. Nnamdi Kanu was chased away from whom I have Faruku, one in Israel, one who can have the opportunity of government in exile because they chased you away. They chased you away. And your people loves you. So you have the right to discuss with any country in that support to where you're not there, you will command. Can't want even Nigeria. The common only structure that is more better than government in exile. All of the detention which will be filled with the government in exile, I reject it. One narrative, you reject it. The man is not there, but I reject it. Let us continue. Because I am an and upon me to Chalabacha. ma anyị enweghị ụdị ọnwụnwa maka director gwara anyị ọ sị na anyị na-aga ịbanye the highest stage na the foundation of IPOB will be shaking like never before. Ya kwucha ihe niile ọ sị anyị the next 2 weeks na ọ ga-adịkwa egwu. Ya kwucha everything last broadcast ya gwazie gị give one psalm. Gwazie gị that some of you have been bought over. Some of us, right? Gwacha gị ihe niile gwazie gị na after ihe niile anyị mechara ka ị ga-amazi na Ọchukwu abịa ma kpọpụtara anyị. Na ị ga-enye ya ekele maka na ị ga-eshepụcha IPOB like never before. Ihe na-eme ebe odogwu nọdụ ya na-ahụ ya. Right? Onye mechara nye gị sam ị makwa na ọnwa ike ọnwụ na Chineke kwunyere ihe na gị ime ya kwunyere gị ịkarị na-aba ndị ya ịkarị na-aba ndị ya. And this very thing our leader jamụrụ na Kenya so na program of God but also na our program. Ọkwa ịghọta ihe wutiri mmere oge nweta victory also dị na our program. Our program of God. And then we know the easiest way to draw attention without killing our people. Ọ mere Nnamdi Kanu ga-ebu ndị ibu, ọ ga-ebu ọnụ, ọ ga-ebu agụụ, ọ ga-ebu ọnụ mmiri, ọ ga-edinye ya, ọ ga-asọsten nwa ahụ ike ahụ ọkụ ahụ because na ihe ahụ ọbara ga-akwafu akwafu n'obodo anyị bifo onye ọcha atọ nọ. But ebe ndaretọ nọ na ndidi ya ka eji ndị ọcha atọ nọ na-elegharị anya ihe. Ị ga-ama okwu years atọ bọmbụ mebi ebe a bifo ha ekwu okwu but under 1 year UN gwara gị na IPOB ihe a na-emeziri ezi. Under 1 year UN gwara gị release Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe a Ojukwu mebiri ama m na ha emeghị ya obe ihe a ụgwọ ndị eji anyị. And these things you need to secure them because n'ejighị egbe. These are your weapons. Anyị ji agakwụzi ụwa. All those court victories killing sign niile is a strong weapon. They did not want Ojukwu to present it before the world. Aburi Accord. Ugbu a anyị nwere the opportunity because then our people dey feel abroad. Now after 1970 Chineke systematically in the name of using the northerners and Nigeria to suffer us we ran away from here. He now go and position us in different part of the world countries to the extent that na ebe ndị ahụ na-adịghị Ojukwu easy to submit our complaints and letters or exhibitions. All this run easy now. Anyị meet the German government. Our people are in Germany to meet them. I join meet the French government. Our people are there to meet them. It is the work of God. That is why the British now ọ na-enye ha nsogbu because na enwezi ebe ha na-aga ịtụ asị eziokwu anyị na-anọbe na the table. So when they bring their life eziokwu anyị dị bọnkụ ya. If you did not do it ihe na ihe IPOB na-eme maka na asị ndị Britain wepụrụ 67 to 70 ka nọcha na tebụl ndị mmadụ. That's why our people did run at prisons all over the world. Ọ ya mere eji atọcha anyị because ha mụtara anyị as children of rebels. And IPOB cannot move without cleaning the faces of our fathers and clean our face with under self-determination. Ibu egbe with ihu ahụ nna gị were etere unyi n'ihu gị na ejikwa ihu unyi mụọ gị. Ibu egbe inyakwuru onwe gị unyi ma everywhere. You become useless, you become unpresentable before the world because hence again na Nigeria na I discuss you know Nigeria na-eme dragon there must be middleman. Then he can clear your face before the middleman. Hey, I'll take your freedom by force after any somebody organized people must come in. That's why you didn't settle with your parents and only go outside because you need middleman. Upon the only settle of now, and only go outside. When they voice the out oral protest, you need middleman because we may settle of money more. Right? We continue. Now, after Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria na their courts 2015, 2016, Justice Ademola, 2015, 2016, Justice John Sogo of the Federal High Court Abuja discharged Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. How proved the case? Look out to the court of Justice Ahmed Mohammed of the Federal High Court Abuja. Mohammed that has go and obey the previous court rulings before Abuja and KB Tanyako. Bahaga and KB Tanyako means that Nnamdi Kanu has defeated them. But the conclusion is grant him bail, then keep him in at home so that you can kill him at any time. Because the bail in area none of the Korean. Now, after ha finalized na a na-ekwe IPOB mgbe anyị na-emove anyị ekwe retaliate ha mara na anyị adọjigo ọnya ha ihe ọnya British ozugbo anyị dọji ọnya ha sizi oke gazie Nigeria ka a ga gbuo onye na ọdịa citizen ọha ga-abịa for it gịnị mere ejijire director na Kenya gịnị mere IPOB ji aga ụwa niile ndị ekwesịrị ịga na Britain kidnap their citizen because now how are they the legitimate right to demand for the freedom of their citizens? All their passport go to them operate, go to Biafra passport, go to Nigerian passport. Here international law, Britain may use, right? And such person when you are on detention, he wants somebody to free him. Did the Britain tell you to kill somebody to free a British citizen? Like the international policy. I am my name. You must know what you are doing. I will make a decision. Hey, is this something? Is this something? When we hear something, we will no, but I say I'm you know that it's the director very in trouble na Lagos. You be Odibo, you be Okene, you be Lokoja. In Maraba, director Manu. I was the director. I was the when you look for me, did not see me come down the zoo. I can go there. I went Ayana here. Oh no, Wusu. Okay, Wusu for Wusu. The manifesto use says how he like the kids go when your business in something you love. People will again have to take instruction from anybody in DSS. None under duress, none under chair. How can he say something? He's on gunpoint. They are surrendering him. In the back Lion of debate, and I told the security, I'm happy about in the Nigerian army. Case him none under duress, and I'm the guard, and I'm not insult. None are caught to work with a madman. Case no, in one day, I'm the Kanu. Die hard. Imagine, I want die now, all you want the Kanu. Nigeria, I want die today. Today, I can return. Now, case him none under duress. Okay, let me, maybe I don't have question. Today, one of you need to be in Kenya. Na DSS. Kedebe na gwa gị na akọchara 8 days na DSS. Kedebe na gwa eji ọfọ ndị aka ha dị na kidnapping na DSS. So he can be in DSS reveal this secret. Ọ gaa na DSS suspect them on this statement. You must be mad. Iwu onye ara anọ na gba onye ahụ. The main secret of Nigeria na again reveal ebe ejide ya later. Ya na ọ na detention reveal n'ime DSS ọ nọ under gunpoint. All this suspect Monday start because no dey change make criminality. Ama m na-akpọ ha na meeting otu esi akwụsa criminality na community. Ndị na-eme ya idea of so akwụsa ya because it favors them. They eat with criminality. Exactly. How can we be in DSS and talk to us? You have been there talking to us. 2015, 2016, 2017. He leaves us, we have a structure. We are not fighting as criminals. We are fighting. Now, what I'm saying behind the business, Nigeria are not called court. Even the way British line and Nigeria are not caught, it is only in the court that they got better attention. Only court later will draw the attention of Shell. Your gun will never draw the attention of Shell. Rather, they will call their government to come and fight you because you are attacking their business. Right now, aka ha nyere Nigeria system to 70 ka ha na-amị mmanụ ya all law all policy right mbọ ha gbara agba ị ga-anọkọta chụpụ ha ị ga-edisgrace Nigeria in the open ọ bụ anyị na-anụsa Nigeria wụ secret one or open one that armed struggle wụ secret one. Do you know why? They can come and throw chemical weapon in Abia State when IPOB was manufacturing it and it exploded. Can you defend it? By then ndị Abia nwụrụ. But court order Nigeria ga-asịmba highest yes na ha ekweghị ọkụ ya but the word is away na enyegoro na a na-akpọ open case. Director dọpụtara ha dọgide ha dọpụta ha ndị okwu ha na-ala azụ si ekwulokwu ha akụkọ. That's why made the director Obasanjo ka eyi usu project ara gị new leader right. Obasanjo si na Kanu miscreant of ya. Then those way the director mgbe ha plan chaziri ha plan ma ihe ọ gwaziri gị. The new person coming to take over from Nnamdi Kanu is someone that is a Finland lawyer. He is a Finland army. He is more dangerous than Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe awu Nigerian plan promoting him, using a general to promote him, sending signal to the media to start carrying out his actions. Obasanjo onye ga-adị gwa gị n'ili dagị ma mgbe Naịjirịa na-ahazi so Obasanjo ọhụụ Nnamdi Kanu ya gwa gị na onye na-awụ ụlọ ya gwa gị na onye na-awụ ha amịwa amị to promote him because ha akpachala karịa interest na ozi ndị a emechazi amarakwa na enwe ụlọ ya emecha mara na enwe ha amị emecha mara na enwere onye youth service na Finland na ị ga-anọ ịnọ ọnọdụ ka amị ị ga-eyi akwa amị n'ọya youth service right abịa chọpụta na nwunye gị ụlọ ya Obasanjo onwere gara m iti gwa ya again mba who live to go their agenda mgbe a chọkwuru onye ga-esi saịdị a sị na gị efri Kanu a chọkwuru onye ga-enwe moral dọkụba abịa right ihe ndị a niile nwụfa federal government project azụ ka onye ga-ekwu ya na ka onye ga-ekwu ya right from side dọkụba asị m ga-ekwu ka ị kwuchara nwere uru ọ bara mba ọ gaghị aba tutu gịnị the plan wo capture Nnamdi Kanu keep him in detention then execute the plan destroy IPOB nobody can ask for him Igbo people cannot ask for him Biafra people have no country they cannot ask for him only IPOB have the legitimacy so destroy them from the main house DOS if you destroy it they scatter DOS is ESN without DOS no ESN that is DOS is IPOB without DOS no Nnamdi Kanu DOS is Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu is DOS Nnamdi Kanu is their leader Nnamdi Kanu if he issue memo ndị ga-eweta DOS ndị ga-asaịn ya wụ Chike Doziem ma director chọọ na redio bụ onye announcement ihe ọ bụla o mere onye ga-asaịn ya wụ DOS ọ naghị asaịn memo wụ director ihulego oke storo power ede na otu ya were gwe power dey store ya ede ọ sị that I Mazi Nnamdi Nwachukwu hereby solemnly and voluntarily swear to be absolutely loyal to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra of DOS onwe mgbe ọ sịrị to Nnamdi Kanu first mba ọ sịzie gị and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu director of Radio Biafra first of all DOS first your loyalty your blood is structure yes and also now voluntarily or one on gunpoint keep the word voluntarily you never pass the power now in Nigerian government do they want very hot do you know why Nnamdi Kanu can address where any international community can meet him what is the address IPOB structure if there is no structure he has no address then the main pillars of IPOB I make sure not Radio Biafra IPOB leadership IPOB all the four then ESN even another one media 4 pillars with the foundation finance because radio is in line with the media finance IPOB ihe ndị a kwesịrị n'aka wụ agenda Simon Ekpa na ndị otu ọsọsọ ebe a ka ha mere attack IPOB leadership ESN finance right and the media radio ka m gwasị gị how long to Voice of Biafra see no replace Radio Biafra one see you don't listen to Radio Biafra how long to enter Biafra see no replace IPOB community radio right then how long to the DOE see no replace DOS right how long to the Emo branch ọkpasọ radio ka ema mmezu ha ji pụọ ndị nke a wụgodu agụwa ka ha karịrị enwere ESN Emo branch mbụ but o nwere ndị ha yiri akwa blue gwa gị na M branch na M branch IPOB a na-ahụ ya anya do you understand ihe a na-akpọ ya sabotage somebody then I say they are in charge of ESN according to government plan okay no here na ka dey in charge somebody are not now to do no attention na asị because government gwara gị na gị kwuwe na ha ji ya gị mewe ị na-agụ meet ihe ọ ga-awụ director na ọhịa gị ekwuru ya just na government nwere gị assurance na gị gị kwuwe gị mewe kama onye IPOB leadership ga-anọdụ enye ọda ka egbuo mmadụ Nigeria hapụ ya ka ọ nọ 1 month But somebody not there, maybe mad 2 years, Nigeria got after him. The Kanu they did not know that did I pay your but somebody may know that maybe Nigerian citizen maybe being hard out there. It's all maybe after. Somebody had a charge of 5 POB from free Nnamdi Kanu, upon free Nnamdi Kanu, Monday sit at home. Hey, do you have collected money and suspend Monday sit at home? But what your point? You come here because the government denies that. Did you come here because I'm the charge of ESL? Did you hear because Nnamdi Kanu handed over struggle to me? Nnamdi Kanu said I should take over. Or pass also Monday sit at home. Okay? From there he declares the army. From there, now does it Biafrans. I was upon Nnamdi Kanu. Use the name of Nnamdi Kanu and grow. Divide it. This time IPOB, then we will allow you to be agitating for just be agitating. In agitation now, just be agitating. By then IPOB will destroy you. Biafra. How what boy? Do you understand? A little strategy on here. Do you understand? Real structure. One person are they presentable to the world of freedom fighting. You can know Simon Abaka group here. Do you understand? That's why government did say a force you to be in charge of IPOB so that in America won the head of Nnamdi Kanu. They refuse to have a name. Right? Autopilot is a declaration. We are entering autopilot or declaration, not name. And you have over here. You direct opera from detention, infiltrators and moves, or direct opera here. They have to be, and they are cost. Okay. They infiltrated I said because I fight the guy from outside before work. They send the Zandi guy Batazi. Since 2018, 2019, they made a attack. They project where I'm doing mad name. Mostly they issue America, America. They are not about that. We are more than 35 years. Then they wrote the right? Oh, how oh, going to $100,000. Yeah, they are ESL. Was born here. A finance ESM. One of Madam Oibo. Oh, ndị rụrụ ọrụ a niile ndị a niile ụcha ndị politicians si ndị outside country ọhụ maka ọ na-awụ mgbe akpọ ekperima Simon ya kpọ fundraising governors ndị nọ here ma southeast governors ma politicians ha sendara dia agent ha sendara obodo ibe ego esendara anya ndị akpọ fundraising ya ọ na-enyezi ego ụzọ dị mma nyere ya.
Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Hi, this is Clive with Landing Point calling on a recorded line.
Alright, I can take a call right now on the radio broadcast. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Call us back at the time.
Now, China is not IPOB. Can Nigeria will not submit it to UN? You can go to one already being a coin. But one of them came up off in the release bank here. But IPOB have suspended Monday sit at home. Do you understand? Then I give another thing I name China and Abama Beke, the Nigeria by report. That is it. What are they talking now? I've not suspended it. Now, Puzenia now. I've not suspended it. I have Puzenia. Yeah, because you can't have one. But the rest whatever we saw on Radio Biafra is whatever you hear on Radio Biafra is the truth. You're not talking about on Abama Beke. No, you don't have voice is sharp. On about the world. Most of my powerful media publicity secretary is spending international media. We have no IPOB Korea. So Mama get there, our IPOB address. They want a structure. Mama get there, Radio Biafra will be on your Jagadini line. Also, you should as well have one home in Yaku. How they again at radio. You are glad you keep. Now, get that is in IPOB have declared army. You want to get jogging, IPOB press release. You are telling them that here can about structure. The IPOB press release signed by Mapua. I am mentioning that I am beginning to attack Mapua, saying he's the faceless. I am saying we want to see Mapua. How can they direct to make sure and hide their identity? I hide the came as soon as a woman. I hide the came Mapua for years. They never know. gọọmenti asịzi ha gwazi Simon ya chọtazie ma apụ afọ eweta pichọ ha obido weta ofe pichọ gọọmenti onye lọvụrụ Kanu na-achọ pichọ ịmapụ afọ na-achọ pichọ Chinasa Nworu onye dị charge of defense ndị ha na director ọbara ezigbo nkata emekechi na ị ga-ahụ foto ha chejigodo ụdị nkata director ọbara ya bụ secret ka ị chọrọ irive you want to expose his secret to the enemy. Gọọmenti onye na-associate with blackmail ọkwụgbọ revenge go ọkwa niile na-alaghachigo ọkwa ha niile ebidogo confess ga ndị niile ha rụkwuru ọkwa ha ekwu ego a gwara unu na anyị ga-enwe na ọkwa IPOB a na-emeri anyị emeri ihe sa ihe anyị ma na-ekwu eziokwu nwe onye anyị na-ekiri ka ihe anyị kwuru ọga biko IPOB suspended Monday sit at home from the order by the order standing on the order of our leader Teotoshime. DSS kwụsịrị our people, the lawyers and the ụmụnna our leader ịhụ our leader. DSS kwụsịrị ha. Aga this week ekwe, aga next week ha na-ekokwa the same thing. IPOB si mba that we must see our leader. We must see our leader. Ọ bụrụ na ekwe ka anyị na our leader na anyị sure na anyị na-akpọ odu for Monday sit at home until anyị ahụ our leader. Ọ sị ya further notice ọ sị till eternity. I said it till the world ends. Na aga na-echekwa Monday sit at home. It is optional. Right? Yes. Now that week IPOB kwuru ya that week kwa ka ndị a gara ịhụ director eme ha allow. Do you understand? Ozugbo anyị drọpụrụ ya ka ha gaziri ịhụ ya emezi ha allow. Na mgbe ahụ emere ha allow ka director zuru ozi na DOS amatazie na ihe a wee ezigbo weapon, right? Ka ha director zuru ozi si suspend it that the enemy will use it against us. Ịhụla na o nwere to say na the battle tutu gị n'ọya na ahụ the face of the struggle ọya ma nkata ndị iro kpara last lọya bịa ọgwụ ya le ihe ebe okwu ndị a na-aga ngwa faịlụ akwụkwọ nka. Do you understand? Ha na-emeti ya their own convenient ha nwere ike kpọpụta ebe 11 ma ebe 9 mgbe ọbụla ha mawo ha nwa nwee the detention ọya mere akpọga ya prison so that they can meet him anytime. Meet him anytime, jụọ ya ikwere na ikwe gị ha yes ma okwe gị ha gwa DSS enyekwala ya nri tomorrow. That's their business. Do you understand ihe director on your face? Ha bịakwa again bịakwa na nke a ma okwe ya nwere ike sị enyezuli ya ọgwụ ya, right? Then ndị achọtakwa ya ọgwụ ha na-ekwe enyezu ya ọgwụ. That is to say he is still standing firm and actually break it down. Because he break it down with destroy IPOB ya dị empty. Ewere court ụta a na-eme na court iwe ewu na unu bido trọbụ ga-emebi ebe release director bịa hụ na ebe destroy go ya dị weak by then there is no IPOB and ọ ga-ebido fresh. Then Nigeria politicians from here have sponsored our women ha eme protest gagbu director na be ha si ya biko ya hapụzie Biafra ọkwe mana ha ga-eme ka ha fọdụ ụta ha wudomtere ọ na-eji anya ahụ na-emebiga ebe niile. Ha very simple plan. Oh, to pretend they shame me. Director say, I live in England. I studied the British. So they go when you have to apply to leadership in a table. Then I need to tell me, meet you. Do you want to have one year? Or don't have one mobile? So when you drop on him down, I will make the director. First, the notification. They got the word, they join in. The next one, consultation. They consult one person. I have made each other data. Then I shop with data. Right? Each email data. Meet the data. Mama no ya. Meet the data. Not only data, that leadership meeting. And then he will say, reply. How will I like in a table? They are comparing with those things on a table. Hamazi again. Now, ozugbo emere allow our leader director suspend that the Monday sit at home. Ndị abịakwa gwa ya the leadership gwa ha na sizi oke ka ha mee the first one. Yes, mgbe ozi bịara ha sị na a ga-emego the first one na ha ga-control ya. Ihe ahụ our leader mere expect na onwe ihe ọ ga-ahụ na ha ga-control ya. Ha mee ya ọ ga successful. Hazi ndị asị ha ga-azi awa leader na ọ gara successful. Ya gwa ha suspend ihe na-ahụ ihe ọ na-ahụ ịka na-ahụ ihe ị ga-akọntrol nwaanyị ihe nwoke na-ahụ n'ọfa. Mgbe ahụ ọ sị suspend it ka leadership matara na ihe ọwụzi obere akụkọ maka ụta ahụ ọ nọ detention ọwụ okwu ha n'ihe ha emewe ya ha kwesịrị ịma ma ndị iro ziri, right? Do you understand? Because now how are they reach there with the language? Directors zie leadership ozi na eze gị ga-agbara inwe ya. Ndị ndị ha na ya na-akpa enye onwe ozi a ga-enye lọya, ọrụ lọya bịa zie ya, izie ya ha atụta ya ha na ha edowe ebe ha na-edowe tụlee ya, wepụta ihe o tiri dị ya. Gị nwa gị na ha na-arụkọ makwa na ọ ga-ekwute okwu niile Buhari na ọ nọ n'ihu ndị iro na be ndị iro. Ị ma na enye gị ezi eziri enweghị ezi echi na-asa nwa ozi na-anye gị ya, ị gaghị episisi nwe ya, ị ga-ewepụta ihe director o tiri dị ya. Because na gị na ya arụbeghị ịma language ahụ, right? Now nwa nka leadership ji dị ahụ ha na-eme hụ na ha makwa ihe ha ga-eme o, maka na ihe a na obey the last command, right? Ha abịazie ọziri Mazi na Sanwo-Olu chi ga-edozi m ọ gaghị na nsogbu ihe ama anyị emego campaign ọ bago ndị mmadụ niile emeghị accept. Ọ dịrị anyị izi anyị nwa na-eme broadcast, ọ dịrị anyị izi to explain to our people, but we must do the needful. Director emego ọdọ ọ mana anyị ga-atadị ahụhụ, hence anyị mere that sit at home, anyị mere ọdọ ya ọ mana leadership ga-atadị ahụhụ, ị ga-atadị ahụhụ, ị ga-efesi the blackmail, ị ga-efesi ihe niile maka uche ndị mmadụ adịghị. So ha bukwere ndị ibu, ha takwara ndị ahụhụ, ha zakwara ndị aha ọjọọ nọ na ya. The last later director ebere from there also na ọ na-blame ha for allowing the first one means that now ya suspend them. When would they have been vindicated? Ọ sị na ihe niile ọ na-eti mkpu nwaanyị ha ji hapụ first one ome nwaanyị na ọnwụ ego ga suspend nwunye people anabata gị oreti. Ị ga-ahapụ ha ka ha megobe ofu oke ọ na ha ekwedị ka eme ya eme, akụkọ ga-adịdo ova. Nke ha mere ala ụwa na-eme asị na ha rela director ọkwa ebe ndị iro si nweta weapon. They have betrayed. We will continue Monday sit at home and the emotion of our people free Nnamdi Kanu Monday sit at home. Ebe ọ na-eji ya egbe na lezie ihe mere there the same thing I'm na explain na free Nnamdi Kanu na nwe ego nwa IPOB overtake go for free Nnamdi Kanu. You will lead IPOB will lead you. Onwe ihe sọrọ gị mee onye mere ejikwa ha na IPOB attack. If you saw your IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu have been for anybody nwere ike ịbịa less more world power. But today when you see now it's in a village, you know, it's in a village in a country. Those citizens have British, and the IPOB know even with the evidence of his cause victory, we got around the world, and they have returned the Torah Bahu. Kahane we got saying that British abandoned their citizens. The leader of IPOB, no agitate for freedom, no demand for referendum. So that those people who know the Britain Babunda, see how the going down. I want to know when abandon citizens, no agenda. Don't you know we must do it? God is a big director see they want to provoke us, they want to force us into premature war. Do you understand? So that the British will rush to the world and say they are violent, they are this, they are terrorists. Also we know what we are doing. Now by the time I get finished with him there, now if you don't know what I game, if we start our madness. We will not know what you're not going to chunda. You know what you're not going to chunda. Now you need to do the anya. Also now you get do the world anya. Do anya. Number I get video. Number I get video. Now that people. Now, Monday sit at home. That Monday sit at home, I mean, which I know where? Yes. But they enforcement. They may enforce. Or enforce to the able. Now, up go from civility. Or was a civil disobedient. Or go either you can opposite terrorism, criminality. Now, any politician or anybody that want to talk about it will not talk about it at home. They will talk about the criminality, the crimes. Hey, no matter now, insecurity. They cannot present it at home because now I have to go from the track. It is no longer civility. Civility in the back. How can you IPOB the video sit at home? None of one guy protest about Buhari. All night jebe. Now you get more next protest each day. Kedu ihe anyị ji kpọsịta atụ nọ na nwaanyị gbara ga protest egbu anyị and anyị nwee egbe ya so oke instead of ndị na-egbu anyị ka anyị nọ n'ụlọ gosi na anyị eji egbe na kedu otu ndị anyị sisi na ha declare armed struggle jidezie egbe bịazie gwazie gị na ha na-akpọsịta at home? It is uncivil. Now, to destroy the already prepared weapon of IPOB, to destroy it, to attach arm into it, why that?
Good morning. You want to come on there? Good morning. Yes.
Okay. I just want to confirm.
Yes, I'm on air. I will stop it at the right time so you can come in.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
Everything I'm good. Everything I'm fine.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was
That name on your Sunday, and you shift to Monday, 31st, 2021, right?
Yes.
I will diary. Diary IPOB. Then I get it. Honey, nomination. Diary. I won't get it now. Any nomination complete. My date table matter. I won't get a matter blog. I don't know the NS against the Laroya. Don't worry. I'll do a gamma there calling NS. So I'm not dog. Probably for Mark or NS. I'm a NS. So now, the Monday Saturday magazine, I'm going to. In here with this bad news. And the gate free. Nnamdi Kanu own a fight self-determination. You know they know all got damage image here because how they may attach those criminality to Nnamdi Kanu. Now, and then I don't with image he gave me up Tandian Yagana Bazon the president Iran. Oga Gazin Soto Putin, Oga Gazin Soto Netanyahu, Oga Bazin with the terrorist president. They are aware. He may be a here, to Kundan Manso. And don't be a mark I am at image to show now he had you down hard. That means he director now, me and one low, emerald attack or wag a walk. That won't be Nigeria but born a post Hana Kenya, give it dog. You man if you dog apologize there or I cancel a match. You man I cancel a match, I cancel the grocery. Or you may ball on our log on a match. All team get a log, gets hatchery instead of not allow defense. My middle line Adamana free Nnamdi Kanu decided on appetite. Johnson free Nnamdi Kanu decided unconditionally. Adamana unconditionally. Then Ahmed Mohammed told DSS to go and obey the previous court rulings. Then Bintanyaku granted Nnamdi Kanu high conditional bail. And he meet up with the bail conditions. Then Ekweyak will enjoy the bail. Right? Another one, we move to Federal High Court again, 2021, we secured victories or favorable rulings on the violation of the fundamental human rights of Nnamdi Kanu. So many orders was declared by the court, allowing him to change his clothes, allowing him to access to his praying materials, allowing him this. He have it resides declared in a court. And when he came to obey, then that one be different. Stop keeping him in solitary confinement. In there is security area, right? Then everybody begins to go in here. Nigeria can Aka. Hemekuna exists 109 years. And then how to go 109 years. So I should have believed so radio Biafra they can't touch. Then we continue. Half 3 years only the start of Nnamdi Kanu 2022 June UN declared that IPOB activities be legit. Then IPOB double age in agitation, see free year. Then see free Nnamdi Kanu immediately. Then within 6 months, we made India, which is to say, referendum. We had direct on it. All in doing it and a ruling in bank, they can see soon. That free Nnamdi Kanu immediately. We continued. I had Ghana, a pair of million go sign a it's a yellow action. The man I cancel a match to go to the Lala. They ran again here. By then, again, as those issues, Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu, Aturi cemetery, Turi area, Turi Belile, Turi market, Turi Obete, Ndahane Bezapa, Position of Biafra, Position of Biafra, Position of Biafra. By then, the guy got a great indicate So now, Appeal Court Abuja discharged Nnamdi Kanu 13th of October 2022, discharged and acquitted. Even with discharge, we caution, okay, anyway, discharge, then we caution and discharge, we discharge and acquitted, we dismiss, we stroke out, we stroke off, we strike out, then we bail. The bail will be categories: self-bail, 3-man surety, 3 instance clearances, land lease, all these things in SOP. Get the 3-man surety, 100 million naira deposit, land is in Abuja. Then those 3 men, one must be a senator, one must be a Jewish rabbi, one must be a Igbo business billionaire living in Abuja. We met up with these things. Now, we wait to the director. Before they has an offer also. They jump there. But they refuse to come up with the charges, that warrant that any bail, even with warrant any bail, that warrant as a court. Here was in a court 2021 is amended count charges. Amended count charges, which is to say, now that particular warrant any bail has no understand. There are charges in those warrants, in that warrant. Charges on the face already. Why had you may abandon with those amended count charges? And all the amended count charges started from 2018 to 2021. From 2018 to 2021. Why they only attack 2017? So how come to off 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 13, and 12? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I say that you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from Ishama Faruku, that is count 3 of the 15 amended count charges. Can we go there? Game politics have played. Hamana director Kamara. That you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from Ishama Faruku, Umuahia North, Abia State, from 2018 to 2021, professed, in other words, means claimed, professed, no also claimed. So let us use claimed. That you, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from 2018 to 2021, claimed to be a leader, stroke member of a proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. What about 2017? Now, why claim? Why in Ambono 2018, no Simonia YPOB leader? Mono Piagako 2015, 2016, 2017, IPOB leader. Now 2021, this is the season from 2018, non-claim was to be member and the leader of not even IPOB, proscribed one. Director says I'm not guilty. Man Labran said that Nnamdi Kanu have denied to be leader of IPOB.
Yes.
Okay. Because Adaba Nonya. Adaba Nonya. So he defend the before the presidency. Name area. There doesn't any press release that he denied. They cover stupidity. They cover stupidity because now those things, those charges out of general prepare rubbish. Even in the charges against Nnamdi Kanu get one address. So we date to me. It's no way you can radio Biafra the way date or the one address. In way crime madu commit in way address na date. Only way location ever no commit a crime. Radio Biafra na London. You can never see London mentioned in the charges. Can I say receive also a radio had and received under the jurisdiction of this honorable court. Had and received. They receive via Angola. They receive via Ghana. BBC they receive everywhere.
Exactly.
One baby do Biafra no got appear because we way legitimate we right the way jurisdiction only to try him. My open radio Biafra London. Now let us continue. Can we can we take by na go we buy na ga. I want him to touch ya for the go no what buy. We hit here. We put eba man. Put eba man na work.
Yes, that's all.
I feel be. China can make here very very far. People are watching. China can make all over the world. Thank you. Thank you. Our people like Kalenu. Thank you.
All right, that's our brother in the Biafra land. What I would do is tomorrow, I think I'm going to start it from the top. I didn't know it was too long and something I can't finish it today because my time is up. But tomorrow, exactly tomorrow, I'm probably going to give you a very short verse of our leaders' past broadcasts. I'm going to look for one that's as short as possible. Then I'll see if I can take it from there. This our brother's program sounds very interesting, and I think I have to run it across tomorrow. We don't have any more time left. Somebody tried to call, but unfortunately I cannot take any more calls at this time. But let's pray that tomorrow we'll be here. Tomorrow is another day that will come in, so that make room for the next broadcast that is coming in. Alright, now I've turned down the phone lines. I don't think I need to take any call anymore at this time, but tomorrow I promise you we're going to listen to this my brother. In fact, I'm going to start it from the top. We'll give it probably the whole of tomorrow because it's quite a long program. He's a bold guy doing his evangelism in Biafra land. It's unbelievable and very talented young person. Extremely talented, honestly. His explanations are heart-boggling. Are you still alive or shutting off? Somebody's asking me a question. If I'm still alive or if I'm shutting off. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do right now, but let me see. Let me have a word with the next broadcast and see if he's coming up. If he's not coming up, then we have to. I'm shutting off. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do right now, but let me see. Let me have a word with the next broadcast and see if he's coming up. If he's not coming up, then we have to continue.
His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My name is Mazi Chukwuemeka. Today is November 21, 2022. We are live and the media people will be with us anytime after the top of the hour, and our people, for those of you that are dreaming that you still call yourself one Nigeria, I think it's dawning on you that you're just lying on the floor. For those of you that refused to go home, for those of you that refused to join in our fight for freedom, based on the wealth that we have in Yoruba land, how are things? Let's leave that. That's a topic for tomorrow. I'm just giving you a preview. Another one I'm pointing to is the insecurity in our land. The insecurity is so bad that it is of our own making. It is of our own making in the sense that we have I keep mentioning to you that we have the intelligent people that are not exercising their intelligence. Whatever is happening to us that makes us not to react, that makes us not to fight back when we are attacked, whatever it is, it's a disease. We have enabled people to kill us anyhow. We have allowed people to treat us any which way they want. Why? Why are they doing this to us? Why are we allowing them? Somebody said something, really they put out something, and I was going through it. Yeah, it shocked me. that we did this to ourselves. It shocked me. We did it to ourselves. Why are you pretending to be the best people in Nigeria, whereas they don't want you? They don't want you, and you're trying to impress them. It's like trying to impress somebody that doesn't give a hoot about you. Anybody that cares for you, no matter your condition, no matter what you're going through, that person will be by you, stand by you. But when somebody does not give a hoot about you, no matter what you do, anything you like do, because we have displayed it, we have shown it. We built our homes in their land to reassure them that we mean no harm. Were their face brightened? No. What did they do next? They actually came in with the soldiers. They didn't come in as civilians. They came in as soldiers. In Ihiala yesterday, day before yesterday, there were cries that the Fulani soldiers invaded Ihiala and shot sporadically, even killing a child. Are these the people that love you? Why do we keep talking about loving us? Why do we want them to love us? Why do we want these people to love us? Why? We have the resources, they don't. They have theirs, we have ours. They are sitting on our resources. Let me change this misconception that we've been carrying around. We've been doing it for so long that we must be honest to ourselves. First of all, Al Jazeera reporting what happened in Umunochi. Al Jazeera, hear it with your ears. Hear it.
Human bodies, or what is left of them, remains of children, men, and women. Police in the southern Nigerian state of Abia believe they were taken hostage from their cars on the nearby highway that leads to the oil-rich towns, taken at gunpoint to the nearby forest by a cattle market. Those who work there deny being involved in the attack.
We are not abiding citizens, and you can see we do our good businesses here. We and the host community and the security that have been here work hand to hand together and make sure peace returns normally back to Umunochi entirely.
The captives who could afford to pay the ransom were freed. Those who could not were killed. Their vital organs like eyes, kidneys, even the heart stolen and sold to traffickers. Jocks Onua escaped from his abductors after being robbed.
They make me dry all the money I had in my account. So the trauma, the suffering, although is still there for me. As I talk to you now, I'm not still fully recovered.
Police have recovered at least 80 bodies and arrested 3 suspects. A spokesman for the state's governor hopes the arrest will reassure business owners and bring justice to the family.
I think it's held us down. Like I said, first of all, it used to be a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. economy. We've managed to push that to a point where people can now have nightlife.
Haunted by the discoveries, the cattle market is slowly coming back to life. But there is an eerie sense that deep in this forest are more bodies waiting to be unearthed. Nicholas Hogg, Al Jazeera. Human bodies, or what is...
These are the bodies of your relatives. We've not heard from him. We've not heard from her. We don't know where she is, whether she's going to not. No, those are some of the skeletal remains of your relatives. And people are busy with cattle. Cha, cha, cha. How are the mighty falling? How are the mighty falling? We don't see it. Ciao. These are people that are very well endowed, very rich, very talented. Now cattle rearers, even beginning from their state representatives, cattle rearers. And you're telling me that all is well. I doubt it. All is not well. Something is terribly, terribly wrong. Something is wrong. All these bodies. Al Jazeera reporting it, but where in the Nigerian news did they report it? Nowhere. Nada. Nothing. No show. And you said they love you. Now, in the same measurement, they went to here, started shooting sporadically, killing people. Where are the people that are supposed to talk? When I keep hammering on these, I don't think people are actually not. I know when I mean people, those that are in denial. I don't think they are weighing on the issue. They are not weighing on the issue. You are in your village, you are running. The Fulanis are pursuing you. And you are on the run. You don't see the danger. At the same token, I would like to thank our people in the United States. Those that came forward and donated to the fundraising. We'll be holding some more. Now you know the urgency. Biafrans, we are calling on you. Wake up. This is not a joke. The one of outside Abia, outside Enugu, outside Imo, outside Asaba, outside Igocha, outside Cross River. We'll deal with that tomorrow. The insecurity. You see, these people were acting as if they are immune from what is happening in Imo and Abia and Enugu and Anambra. Now they are feeling the heat. It is a systematic plan to silence you and do what they want to do. And now they are doing it. But where are those that are supposed to talk? Where are those that are supposed to speak? Why must we continue? Let me tell you one thing. We make general mistakes. We make it. It is lack of foresight. And what will happen, let it happen. These people are doing things in a systematic manner that they conceal whatever they're doing. The only time you know it is when they open it up, when they reveal it through acts or speech. That's the only time you realize what they've been planning for and what they've been doing. But if it's our own, we talk, we're going to show them what we're capable of doing. Then they'll be preparing for us. This is the way we hamper what we do. These people, they don't care about you. Let me go back to what I was saying. And get your attention to it. Maybe it will do you any good, maybe it will not. For you to think that they love you, they don't love you. What I am referring to is the genocide that happened in 1967 to 1970. You see, when people report, you think they are kidding. You think they don't know what they are reporting about. They know. For somebody to sit down and tell you that report has it that over 5,000 people die a day, and I calculated it. If according to the, I will not report on this. I will do it tomorrow. Let me go back and see where that information came from. I want to make sure that all of you hear it and do the calculation on your own. So let us stop fooling ourselves. Let's stop fooling ourselves. I will put this together tomorrow, so that we reason together. We reason together. Let me make some announcement, because the press people will, the media people will be here. So we'll give them the time. Okay. It is the fundraising for December. IPOB in Canada will be holding their fundraising for diplomatic moves for the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That will take place on Saturday, December the 2nd, 2023. Time will be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. RSVP Chief Collins Ogoke, National Coordinator, IPOB Canada. The contact number is +1 437 237 3204, and the Zoom information is ID 835-5399-1932, and the passcode is 211383. That is for that. You know, the other ones we had them, and it was well carried out, and people that seem to be enemies of progress, enemies of Ndibo, will continue to work against themselves. These are the things we have to consider. These are the things we have to look into. It is not good. It is not good. like I said, I thank all those Biafrans, IPOB members, now Biafrans. We are in a mess. We are in a mess.
1% of the population control the world. 4% of the population are their puppets. 90% of this population is a zombie, is a sleeping zombie. And 5% are trying to wake up the zombies. The 1% make sure that the 4% stop the 5% from waking up the 90%. This is not a war between two religions. This is not an ethnic war. This is not a racist war. It's none of these. This is the oldest trick in the book. Divide and conquer. This is what war does. They create the division. They make sure you are racist. You're controlled by fear. You are breeding hate in order to divide so they can conquer. Do you know how a magician does his trick? So basically, he has a plan, and in order for him to do the trick without you noticing, he does this loud and thing here so it distracts you constantly. While this is happening, he slowly creeps up from behind to implement his magic trick, and then magic. That's exactly what the politicians do. They are distracting us with, we are not human, this is a human, this is not this color, this race, this religion, in order for them to just start implementing their agenda. None of these leaders, look who are leading us, care about us. None of them. I mean, they've proven it one too many times. They create the problem, okay, they create it, and then for them to implement the solution, or to implement their plan, they call it the solution. How do you think we all got vaccines and COVID? How do you think now we're carrying these phones with all our information on it? Why do you think banks are going cashless? And now it's gas. And where's this gas? In Gaza. If 90% wake up, do you know what will happen to that 1% and 4%? Kapoof, they can no longer lead 95% of power. Please wake up.
That's what we're telling you. That's what we have been telling you. That is why they are holding a leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Where it pains me is that whenever I say something, the way it hits them, they'll say we are not carrying your broadcast, Mazi Alozie. Your message is it doesn't meet our criteria. What's your criteria? Lying and obstructing people from knowing the truth? Where I'm after what's best for my people. I am after what's best for my people. You killed, and you haven't been proud enough to say genocide was committed. It is nowhere on record, but you can give facts and figures, which I said I don't want to misquote, because when I did it, the actual thing I came up with was 5.6 million people killed with their own figure. But tomorrow I will let you know. I will let you know. I have so much here. I'm going to start deleting, because during the period of fundraising and all that stuff, I never deleted anything. I continued and kept on filing things. And, it's very painful. We shouldn't in any way be the sacrificial lamb of the world. Tomorrow I'll make you look into what's happening to us. One thing is you living in your land, and the other one is you voluntarily giving up your land to the invaders. You will never on earth come back to that land. Nobody's talking to you now that you have control of your land. How much less when you don't have control of it? Whether even exists, they won't even talk to you. You don't have control of it. Why will they talk to you? Now you have it. They are ensuring that they convince you to leave, and we are running around. My fellow Biafrans in the US, this task is being shifted to you. Okay, when I talk about IPOB, I also will be talking about Biafrans in the US and Canada. It pains me. I was at the airport yesterday when I was traveling. Honestly, I happened to stop at Texas, where it says Sugarland, Houston, and I looked around, and I've seen our people. I've seen our people. I have my IPOB hat on, the beret, and I saw people that looked at me and kept going. They know what it is, but I didn't have time to interact, because first of all I have to find my my boarding area and all that stuff, because I was transferring. Then we got to Newark. I had the same issue, but what struck me was our ability, some of us, to maintain our tradition. This one time I saw a young lady wirakwa keya keshe kenolo na airport naga, and I looked at that lady. It's a young, vibrant Biafran lady from Ungwa, and her mom was talking to her. She listened, but I looked, my attention was on the old lady, very old lady. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy because these are the ones that have given up. There are many like that here. There are many like that here in the US. There are many. There are many. And when they are gone, we'll be losing. We will be losing. These are the generation that would have had an impact back home if home was habitable, if home was safe. At least before anything happens, she isn't transferring to her children or grandchildren. I suppose it might be her grandchildren. What it takes to raise a child, how you bond with your children. When you piggyback your child, you are creating bond. That warmth between mother and child is being created. We have lost it. But thanks goodness that there are few that are transferring it. There are few that are transferring it to their children. And we will continue. Let's do these things so that our people will not die miserably in a foreign land. Within the US, this message is directed to you. This appeal is directed to you. This announcement is directed to you. Let's accept that we weren't able to make it back. But where do we go from here? Biafrans in the US, our tasks are very huge, big. Our tasks are big. My new headline will be how we are going to be refugees and landless. How are we going to cope as refugees and people without home? We're going to look into it and see how all of you are going to welcome that situation. We're going to see. How comfortable you're going to feel. I think it's best when you go home. When you get home, you're not sharing your home with your family. You are sharing it with the Fulanis. Now you cannot even hold a meeting in your own land. Your own brothers will go and call the Fulanis, come on, they are holding meeting here. Who are they? These are your fathers, your brothers, your elders. And you will go and call the family of the Fulanis, come here, they are holding meeting. Who are they? These are owners of the land. And you are calling invaders that the owners of the land are holding meetings. Then, where are you from? The same gesture by which you are driving cattle for the Fulanis shows you how you have condescended, how low you've gotten. You want to be cattle herdsman. The person you are herding his cattle is less educated. Education is not all of it. It comes with common sense. Common sense. Yes, we are all educated. There's no common sense. Have you watched us speak? Have you watched the Igbo man speak, a Biafran? Once they open their mouth, you will know where this guy come from. Once a Biafran opens his mouth to speak English, you will not in any shape or form make a mistake in making that call. This is an Easterner. Masters of English. Zero common sense. We address our kinsfolk, our kindred in English. We address our family inside our bedroom, inside our living room in English, but I will Igbo. Whatever it is, we have with English. God knows. So, I'm giving you a preview of what we'll be dealing with. If it affects you, sorry. You had no choice. If it directly affects you, that's the way my analysis goes. I call it the way I see it. Not that I know you, I don't know you, I don't know what your plans are. And I will tell you the way our people reason. I've dealt with people right from secondary school. As a prefect throughout my secondary school career, I studied people. Dealing with people of my type, I know what to expect. There are many of you that are very good administrators. There are many of you that are good engineers, good doctors. We need your brain. We need your contribution. Not just contributing money. We need your brain. We need your talent. We need your vision. Because these people we are dealing with don't have as much, but they supersede us. Because we selfishly carry out our own program. But just for the little we did to come together, you see how rewarding it was on Saturday. We'll be doing more of that. I am appealing to our Biafrans in the US. Wake up. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has given us all that we need. Now it's all left for us to do whatever that is left. You can't expect him to do everything for us. Now we are going to finish his job. I say, Onyendu, you called us. We answered. You pointed out some things. We saw it. And we thank you. Now if we cannot do that, then it means let's hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and then Biafra will die. Biafra will not die. Now people are coming to say this is the reality. This is the truth. That is what we are dealing with. The media people I'm waiting for. Yep. Oh well. I'm laughing at okay. I'm laughing at okay. There, you see this time issue, and when it changes, it will affect everybody. I was waiting for okay, and he's telling me, no, okay, time may change. He didn't realize. Anyway, I will accommodate that. I understand. Yeah. I understand. Let's deal with. We'll make do when they come in. There is time. I'm not going anywhere. There is time. So our people, let us focus. Let us focus. Let us focus. They came to the land of Hill. They attacked the people of Hill. They shot at the people in Hill. Why? What are they looking for? It's because we have people that cannot help their own. Why is it common with an Ndibo? And when we want to say first, we talk about Africans, African leaders. But Nigeria is the worst. Africans are waking up. African leaders are waking up, except in Nigeria, the British colony.
One question from me. Where does any synthetic molecule serve the living? They don't. Right. I mean, none. And am I right in suggesting that a medicine, by definition, is something which contains synthetic molecules? Something that is registered, patented, and put into the market as a medicine? Absolutely. Right. So,
maybe this is what's wrong with our brain. The same way they put these molecules in medicine, so they misinform us, misinformation, and they plant it in us, and we carry it non-stop. We continue going on with it non-stop, and we cannot reason. We cannot do things as people that have brain. We have thrown away every art that we acquired. We threw them away. And that which we have that is natural, we no longer want them. We want them synthetic. Let me cause trouble here today. Let me take a swing, because I like to make us think. I like to make us think. This comes to fashion. This comes to dressing. Facing particularly women. When we say we have been destroyed, we come to see many ways in which we were destroyed. All of you, many of you will remember Ide Uria. Ide Uria. Many of you may not know it, but many of you know it. So it says, no, I'll say 60 don't know, 40% knows. 40-60. Our women beautify themselves in a traditional way, where they decorate their bodies. They are washable. They are removable. They have the materials to use in doing it. But today you cannot find it. You cannot come up with those makeups anymore, because we've abandoned it and jumped to cortex and lipstick. Have you seen the lip of a black woman with a red lip? Have you seen their lip? Now, it's a psychological marketing. A black woman walking around with red lip. Have you thought about it? And a white woman walking around with red lip. Now look at a white woman with black lip. The black lipstick they use in aging their decoration. Look at it and tell me what you see. Wrong painting at the wrong lip. When you reject your color, subconsciously you say you are beautifying yourself. Yeah. You see some white people, they put that lipstick and then they use black to edge it. But where's more eye-catching is when you see a black woman, black with a red lipstick. Tell me what you see. And compare it to our women, Neduria. I hope that art is still in existence. I hope. My grandmother did it. And when they do it, you come to appreciate the beauty of our people. What we get hold of that is foreign, we grab it. Then come to our own name, the same way. We grab things that are not native to us. In a chase, get royal crown of Britain, Oyinishi. That makes you Eze. Our own Ejiabubugo is no longer there. Our people, I am pointing to you, when we say culture, tradition, what we are known for, there's none of those things that we hold dearly to. And compare it to the Yorubas. See their Obas. What do they have in their tradition? That which they have, they promote, they use it, you look at it, and that's what makes them Oba. Look at the Fulanese, their sultans. What's their tradition? The same thing. But come to Alibo, nothing traditional, you can see. Rather, Eze is using the Ubu of His Majesty the King. This is what I'm getting you to see. We are vanishing. Our culture is lacking. We are looking for our culture. It's gone. Vanished. The Eze, Ainele. Even the garment is no longer Eze garment. This time they pick robe like His Majesty's robe. That is the Eze. The Igwe. What did the Igwes used to take? What did they put on? You can no longer distinguish. The media people are here. Let's join them and Ndewolo.
From this music something yeah, Mazi, thank you. Mazi, sorry for the delay. Outside because I'm out of it. I'm sitting in Milan. Today, Tuesday, we'll continue to appreciate you. Thank you for the patience. We are here, of course. Let me introduce myself properly for records. I remain okay from the Siwekro right here. And of course, I hear from Mama and all police of Biafra land. Our leader remains Mazi and Kanu members who praise and we not in this. And the head of this wing, the head of directorate is my teacher, Eduzim. And also wonderful people doing the info. Men and women of our radicals all over the world. Today is Tuesday, it's our teacher Tuesday. And the day the IPO Vocal Media comes on air to educate us and let us know things we ought to know or things we not know. All those things are anxious to know. Today we'll educate you. But I must not forget to appreciate the leadership again and the all Biafrans all over the world that have come here to bring education on Saturday, open up the license office. Mazi, it was wonderful. And I thank God that most of us have continued to their destination safely, both to London, Germany. It was wonderful. Not to mention Austria, all of them will come. France. So it was a very wonderful location. We appreciate all of you. Continue to do the needful. Mazi, this is where we are destroying the zoo finally now. Because how I can go send them on the PTV. And please, if you are not downloaded it, go to Play Store or Google and look BTV Europe. And you continue to follow suit and continue to forward whatever that is happening in Biafra, especially those of in Biafra land. Every embarrassment, every killing, every harassment, kidnapping, whatever, push it. I will be showing the world because I was in our way. I not try to learn Nkabuzi Krokro, Nkabuzi Akari, Kahana affair. So, Obodo's Hawula, I keep a war finally.
Mazi, I think we've lost our connection from your side. See if you can get back in.
Okay, Mazi, should I come in?
Yeah, you go ahead. Lost connection, you can reconnect.
Okay, I think his network is frustrating, so let me actually come in.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it over.
Alright, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are watching us from or you're listening from. This is Radio Biafra, where we preach our truth and create awareness for our freedom and the freedom of Black lives in extension. Of course, today, just like every other Tuesday, we are always here to make sure we preach the gospel of emancipation and gospel of freedom of Biafra and every other ethnic group who are lovers of freedom in the Nigeria. So today's topic, we are going to start with number one topic, which says, we demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is very, very important for the whole world and the whole Nigeria to understand the injustices that is being meted on our people. You know, the arbitrary detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not where it ends. Because if you look around what is going on in the Lagos State today, you will understand that this is total Igbophobia. It is Igbophobic attack on us. And this is exactly the reason why we started, you know, to agitate. Okay. This is the reason why we started to agitate for our freedom. Because the reason why we are doing what we are doing, it is not because we hate anybody in that country called Nigeria. It is not because we don't want to associate with our fellow Black people. But in a situation whereby you are hated, you are marginalized, you are being treated like nobody, in your own land, you are treated like a criminal, you are over-policed, you are militarized, there is nothing we could do other than to start shouting we can't breathe. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu began the campaign after our eternal leader, Odumegwu. And of course, from Wazurike. After them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu relentlessly started advocating for the freedom of our people. And today, we all are aware the situation where Nigeria placed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into today. Even when the court of a competent jurisdiction released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and discharged him of all the frivolous charges leveled against him in the 13th of October 2022, Nigeria state decided to still hold him in arbitrary detention. It was during the same time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, tortured. And it was the same time that Sunday Bobo was also attacked. But today Sunday Bobo has been free. Sunday Bobo has been free for more than a year now. We just heard that he relocated to Germany to reunite with his family because he's not of Igbo extraction, because he's a Yoruba man. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continuously is held in a solitary confinement because he's an Igbo man. And the Igbo people's properties are being destroyed. Igbo people's businesses are being destabilized in Lagos State, Yoruba land. That is also an Igbophobic act being meted on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our people. And we cannot stand by and watch these people continue to make us feel as if we are less human in a country that everyone's supposed to have equal share of everything. But it is quite unfortunate that Britain decided to place us where we are hated historically. Because this didn't start now. It is the hatred that they have against us historically. And that is exactly what Britain saw and decided to bring this amalgamation of 1914. A very, very criminal amalgamation to make sure that there is no peace in that region or in that geographical location called Nigeria. Our people are happy to bear the name given to them by Britain. But when their own tell them this is not your name, you become their enemy. That is exactly what is going on in our land, because our people are, many people are fanatic about what they are used to because it is their comfort zone. And we are calling on Nigeria government led by APC to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as per the rule of the law, because we are aware that Nigeria does not exist. A place where a presidential election was rigged in front of the whole world. A place where certificate was forged in front of the whole world. A place where killer is promoted by religious leaders in front of the whole world. So that's a typical example, or it is actually a reason why we should be asking ourselves questions. Is there anything wrong with the mind of the black people? Because everybody in Nigeria is feeling the heat and the spikes of the situation of the election malpractices and the situation of the economic, status of Nigeria. But many people cannot talk because maybe you are scared if you talk, you will be killed. Therefore, we are calling on African Union. We are calling on the European Union. We are calling on every international organization to call on Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has committed no crime known to any law in any country of the world. Self-determination is not a crime. So that young man did not commit any crime and must be released without any condition as the law proposed or as the law passed the judgment. So I am going to go through the second topic. Number 2 topic, a nation that rigs election and uses the Supreme Court to perfect justice should not exist. Of course, if we are told that democracy is the best practices of leadership in the world, and we are seeing it working for the United States, working for European countries, but we haven't seen it working for many countries in Africa. So it means it is not our thing. And now we adopted it because we were pressurized into it, we were pushed into it. And today they are using such democracy to place us into everlasting bondage. And that is the reason why we are calling for secession from Nigeria. Because a country that rigged election in front of the eyes of everybody who participated in that election, because if you see the statistics of what happened during the time of election, you will understand that Nigeria presidential election was rigged. Right from the time of submitting what qualifies you to become a presidential aspirant. The result, the certificate, the claims, all these wrongdoings were actually visible, but no one did anything about it. Because these people we are dealing with, they understand the mind of a black man. Continue to lie to them, continue to use the same modus operandi, they will continue to buy it. If any of them oppose it, kill them or jail them, the other ones will learn the hard way. This is the situation that we have found ourselves into. And we cannot, as human, Homo sapiens, as the archaeological report says that we are. We are not Homo erectus. We have advanced brain. We cannot, as human, continue to condone the act of violence against our people. The act of manipulation, the act of oppression, suppression, distortion against our people, and we continue to keep quiet. It makes us inhuman, and we cannot accept that we are here inhuman. And that is the reason why I am calling on everybody in Nigeria. If Peter Obi tell you to postpone the revolution, it means that he is benefiting, or he is a beneficiary of the corruption of Nigeria. And you should not be listened to. If you are indeed a person who cares about your prosperity, because we are doing this for the sake of our prosperity, not for the sake of anybody. So you need to stand up and do it for your own self. You cannot cheat the nature. You cannot cheat the equilibrium. The equilibrium, if you want to achieve freedom, you